Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the hottest home arcade channel, the hottest home arcade show on Sundays. It's the Yo Retro Show. I'm your host, Chaotic BPR. With me is my co-host, Half a Dozen.
What up, though? What up, though? YouTube, we out here. Whoa, what's happening?
Man, it feels like it's been forever since we streamed, man. We took Mother's Day off, and it feels like that was a month ago, but it was just last week.
Yeah, that week off, it did feel like a long time away from the home arcade community,
And I've even been even longer since I've streamed. I had to take a little time off, man. I felt really, really sick this past week and everything. But good news is my health is all right, guys. I'm gonna be just fine. But I'm glad to see everybody here at the Yo Retro Show. We got a lot of things to talk about, man. A lot of things that we missed from last week that was announced earlier this week. Some good announcements, but we got to talk to everybody that's in chat real quick. So, guys, everybody, welcome to the Yo Retro Show. Let's get a call up list of who's all here, man.
Yeah.
As always, Jason, Little Alien, man. It's good to see you, the best moderator in town.
My dog, what's up, Jason?
Robert Van Dussen, Unk is here. Galaga Guy 88. Galaga Guy 88, good to see you, my man. Stock Jock, as always. Love you, man. Good to see you. Hey, Yo Retro is here for you. Penny K, Marine 50,
Marine, what up?
Brooklyn,
what's happening?
Biggie D, we'll see you show later on tonight, my man.
Biggie D, what up?
All right, it looks like that's everybody that's here so far. Let's go into some comments real quick. Robert Van Dussen says we need more tables for the original pinball machine. Enlighten me a little bit. What you mean by that exactly?
I think he's talking about the original HD Atgames. They want some more tables on that.
Good point. I didn't even think about that. Absolutely, man. We got some things coming for that.
Yeah, I think we'll actually cover that on this show.
Yeah. So let's do a little bit of I guess back play on what everything that's gone on and everything. So last week we took last week's off. It was for Mother's Day and everything. I wanted to spend time with my mom and as well as my wife and celebrate her being a mother and everything. So, but Atgames had a little special contest for Mother's Day. Basically, mothers had to take a picture of themselves playing on a 4KP or an HD device, and we had some winners. Which, let me remove Unk's comment so I can actually see that. There we go.
Chris Janowski.
Yeah, Chris Janowski.
Jankowski.
Yeah, Jankowski, that's it. Paul Howard Pope and Briar Pittner. So you had a $50 coupon, $25 coupon, and a $15 coupon, respectively. And basically, it's just post on the Facebook group, the official Facebook group of moms playing on their 4KPs. So cool, man. Good stuff, man. I'm glad companies are able to do this kind of stuff for a community. Just throw out a little bit of store cash into them.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, and you didn't have to really do anything but snap a selfie, playing your Atgames Legends. So that's cool.
Which made me think about it. I should have got my mom playing on a Gottlieb table or something like that, man. I could have won something.
Right. Buy a couple pinball packs free.
Yeah. So some other Atgame news that we've failed to talk about because we weren't here this past week. As our guy in the comment section that I was talking about needs more tables for the original machine. Natural History and Rare are coming to the HD Legends and 4KP.
Yeah, all Legends devices. So all your pinball devices and even your 4K Legends and your regular Legends, I think you're going to get rare titles on.
Yeah, absolutely. So that includes the new pinball tables as well as the old retro rare games coming to the arcade machines. Natural History Pack 2 and Pack 3, right?
Yeah, Natural History Pack 2 and 3. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I thought I seen like a leak little list of some of the tables because I'm pretty sure I seen Exoplanets 2 was on there, but
Yes.
I can't seem to find that art anywhere.
No, I can't find that list anywhere. So or else we would have had it on the slide. But yeah,
But if Exoplanets 2 is on there, then I wasn't like just talking out the side of my neck, you know?
no, I definitely saw that. I know what you're talking about. I couldn't find it either though. So yeah, so the original HD devices are gonna get some new stuff coming this year. So good stuff, man. Glad Atgames is actually still saying,
So
promising they're gonna protect, support that product.
so now is the original Dinosaur Dynasty on the HD pinball right now?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
bringing more tables out for you. I wasn't sure because I don't own one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't own one either, but I remember watching a YouTube review and comparison between the HD and the 4KP, and he had Dino Dynasty and Amazonia playing on both machines at the same time, so you can see the graphic fidelity between the two.
Okay.
So cool.
Yeah.
Also, Attack from Mars became available for everybody with a 4KP, especially those who did not have the collector's edition of the Attack from Mars, like me and half a dozen here. We've already said our piece on how we think the game plays, about the lag and all that kind of stuff like that. And if you
Yeah.
look at either group on Facebook, both of a lot of people are talking about it, but it is what it is.
I think it plays pretty good if you turn all the effects and score points pop-ups off. Shut all the effects off. Might take you a second to adjust to it, but I think it does play pretty good. But like you said, I think the flippers still need some strength.
Yes.
You do have a hard time doing them ramps, and them combos, and just getting to the top of the table sometimes can be a challenge. Either the
That,
ball's too heavy or the flippers aren't strong enough. It just
yeah.
feels a little.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like the ball's too heavy
That's what I
because
was just.
the ball flies on that table. And it just seems like it just does not have enough strength to go up
Yeah,
around certain ramps. And it's also, for me, I'm having a hard time aiming my shots. Like, even when I stop the ball, with the flipper up and then drop it and then time my shot, I say about 2 out of 5 times I can get it up the ramp like I wanted to, like I know I'm timing it right. And then those other times it just bounces off and goes some weird direction or whatever. So
yeah. I think all them things you're feeling, I think, go right back to it's either flipper lag or not flipper lag. It's either the ball being too heavy or not enough flipper strength or something like that.
yeah,
There's something they need to dial in just a little bit. It's not that far off because
no,
you can see too, like another thing I wanted to say is as much as people complain about these tables, bro, look at some of the scores people are putting up on these tables. With the flipper lag, with all these issues, they're still putting up scores that are crazy.
yeah. And that was my argument in chat for Michael B's show or Super Game Dudes, can't remember one or the other. But I was like, yes, there is lag, but it's not unplayable because you cannot get 15 billion on Attack from Mars if it was unplayable.
Right.
Straight up.
That's what I keep going to is like, bro, if these people are putting up these scores, they're obviously getting adjusting to whatever issues the tables have. But anyhow, with that said, I think this table is one of the best playing Zen tables. If you shut all the special effects off, I think it's one of the best looking Zen tables on this machine.
Hands down.
And for the fact that it's $5, like I would recommend buying this one. Just shut all the effects off and give it a minute, play it for a little bit, and I think you'll adapt to it. Another thing I wanted to bring up to you was, so when we first got our Attack from Mars, the plunger didn't work on this game.
Correct.
Then all of a sudden the plunger worked, but I didn't download an update for the pack, right? And
Yeah.
you didn't, right? So are they pushing server side updates for these game packs?
I did have a software update that day, which I guess updated that game as well. So, like when I first
I
turned
don't,
on my machine the day it was released, it prompted me for a software update.
huh, I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't remember it, but yeah, I was just wondering if they could do server side updates on some of these packs because I don't know. Yeah,
Some people swear up and down that that kind of stuff happens because I see people on Facebook group now saying, oh, I think Snoopy plays better, because Snoopy was the worst when it came to like flipper flag and whatsoever. And I agreed with that when I first bought Snoopy. I was like, man, this shit's terrible. Like I cannot time my shit at all. And then all of a sudden now everybody's just like, it's better. And I haven't played it yet, but everybody says it feels like it's better. So I don't know, man. Maybe they're just getting used to it or what. But
yeah, that one was so bad I can't really bring myself to go back to it right now. I need a
yeah,
break.
yeah, I agree, man. And you said the Star Trek mini pack, the 3 games or whatever, the original games that they did, that you said those play pretty good. And I've heard other
I
people say they play pretty good.
Yeah, I think the Star Trek mini pack. Matter of fact, let's go to our next slide. So, this came out, and this is the Williams Pinball Star Trek The Next Generation single premium pack. And this is just a one single table for $15, a recreation of the old school Williams Star Trek The Next Generation actual physical pinball table, right? And this is a table that Zen, Studios went out of their way to kind of emulate and try to make like a real deal. Well, this dropped, and prior to this dropping, they had the Star Trek, the 3-pack that dropped, and that I don't even like Star Trek. I bought it because I told you I'm going to try everything out, and I was really impressed with how well that played because I was expecting Zen's flipper lag that they had on Adam's Family, Snoopy, and even Attack from Mars with the effects on. But then I
Yeah.
was pleasantly surprised how good the 3-pack played. Like the graphics looked good. There was no real. I didn't notice any flipper lag. I thought they played great. So when I bought this, it was weird because this was like a graphical degradation from the 3-pack. Like the rails, it looks like they shut off the anti-aliasing on the table in general. Like, so you got what people call jaggies on all the rails and stuff,
Yeah.
and that's just anti-aliasing or whatever, or aliasing, and it's just basically like a filter they run over the games to kind of take away those jagged edges. You know what I mean? So it almost seems like this was released prematurely, or they downgraded the graphics to avoid the flipper lag issues they've been having. Either way, I feel like it was a misstep, because the Star Trek pack, I would highly recommend buying that, and this I would say buyer beware on.
Holy crap, the chat's slow for some reason. I'm just now getting everybody's chats coming through. Sorry, guys. Um, Real quick to go back to the natural history stuff. Jason has the full list. And he just dropped a link in the Discord as well. So, natural history 2-pack is going to be Antarctica, Africa, Deep Ocean, and Egypt. Natural history pack 3 is Nature's Fury, Dinosaur Dynasty 2, the insect world, and the invisible world of microbes.
No exoplanets too, man. Maybe I
I
did
could have
just
sworn I saw
maybe I did
exoplanets
just make
too.
that up. Maybe I did make it up.
I don't know. I guess I made it up too, man. Like we just have a fever dream together or something. I don't know what's going on.
Pause.
Vader, man, good to see you as always.
Vader.
I have an ALU, and neither game is on that original machine or purchasable. Oh, I forget, what is he talking about?
He's talking about The Legends Ultimate. You can't. I don't think you can play pinball games on that, bro.
Yeah, you can play pinball games on there.
Well, then he's probably talking about the Zen tables. Can't play no Zen tables on there.
Definitely those are not on there. But I thought Amazonia and the Natural History Pack 1, I thought those were on there for sure. I'll double check, man.
Yeah, they might be, but none of the Zen stuff is.
Hey, Unc said he's having problems with the Star Trek table, so keep saying corrupt.
That's crazy. Did you try deleting it, re-downloading?
Yeah, try that. And then somebody else said you can clear the cache on the I forgot, man. I have to go back to the group and see where I saw that. But somebody said you can clear the cache and then re-download it, and it'll be like you have to re-put in all your information and everything like that. Basically, you're resetting your entire system, but it should get it clean files and everything like that. Balls fly on Snoopy are hard to react to. Yeah. Oh, and there's a couple times where you'll go down to like a sinkhole for the for Snoopy, and you're sitting there, you're watching the DMD because it's playing a video and then all of a sudden the ball will just pop up in the bottom left corner, slide right down and fall down right down the middle, and you're sitting there still watching the DMD video, trying to figure out what's going on.
And with that flipper lag, by the time you react, you'd react late looking at the DMD, but then you react even later with the flipper lag. It makes it really tough.
Mike Hawk Hurts is here as well, man. Yeah, so I did place 38th on the leaderboard for Williams Pinball, the Star Trek Next Generation. Totally agree with you, and I agree with everybody else in the Facebook groups and everything. The table looks like shit, but it is fun. It is super playable. So
that's the thing. It is fun. Like that's the thing. Like and I seen you reply to somebody on Facebook saying that that like you almost like zone out after a while and you just start having fun playing the table, right?
Yeah.
And you forget about those jaggies, but you're not. The whole point is we shouldn't have to deal with that on a 4K Legends. I've seen somebody else. I was even thinking this earlier, and I seen somebody else comment like, "We'll have to wait for the 8K to get 4K." Like, come on, man.
I saw that earlier today, like about an hour or two ago.
Yeah, I was like, man, he literally took my thought right there because that's how it feels sometimes, But then you play a Zachariah table, and you're like, no, this is a 4K machine.
Yeah, and
the developer is just effing up.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, which kind of sucks because the last topic we're going to talk about is all the future Zen products, which is exciting and everything. All the properties that are coming to the 4KP, but with the current situation of how everything is going, it's just like, eh.
Unc said he doesn't even want to buy any more Zen tables right now, based off the way, they just right now they have a habit of dropping tables that are not performing as good as the Zachariah tables perform.
And these people have valid points when it comes to that.
Or just the Magic Pixel tables, I should say, John.
Yeah, Magic Pixel tables, but it really reminds me of the whole Cyberpunk 2077 debacle, No Man's Sky debacle, and Starfield, whatever that game was called.
Even Battlefront 2, man, it had a bad startup, bro, a rocky startup, and then by the time they fixed it, everyone gave up on the game, pretty much, or whatever the case. But yeah, I feel go ahead. I'll let you finish your thought.
No, I was just saying basically is that you got this very, very, very ambitious idea, and Zen's the leader when it comes to recreations as well as original virtual pinball. They are the it factor when it comes to that platform, virtual pinball. So you get this ambitious idea to bring it all to an actual at-home product like Atgames pinball machine, and you promising 4K, promising 60 frames per second, and you want to show off these natively on this device instead of playing it on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, all that
or even
PC.
OTG, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And honestly, this is for those people, and I see that in the Facebook groups as well. Is that I bought this because Zen is coming to this, and I don't feel like I have to spend $1,000 on a PC to be able to experience these products on this
Right.
device. So that was a lot of people's thought process, and that totally makes sense. It's like I don't want to fool with OTG. This is my gateway into virtual pinball, downloadable tables, and Zen's awesome recreations as well as their original tables. This is my way into it. I don't have to F with it OTG. So that was a whole lot of people's reasons for buying this. So I feel I totally agree with that. Now back to my comment about this feels like cyberpunk and all that. Um, when the fan base gets outraged over a product, you promise all these things and you don't deliver, and you start threatening class action lawsuits as well as I'm never buying y'all's product again. You got all these people jumping on that, right?
Yeah, even weird stuff. Like I noticed they're on their Facebook, like the Atgames official Facebook page. Like you can't comment on any of their posts anymore. There's just like certain ones, like if they change their cover story or so, or certain like most of their posts you can't comment on. No,
Yeah,
like they changed it to where they don't even want our comments up there because it's making them look bad.
yeah. Yeah, Retro Lizard, there is no class action lawsuits though.
Yeah,
Not yet. Not yet.
look
But
at what
eventually
look at
somebody's gonna get fed up, man.
didn't Rexer sue Arcade One or try to?
Yeah, over that debacle with the TikTok giveaway. And they ended up pushing it aside, but y'all
But
wanna
I'm
get
just
into that
saying,
more
like
on that.
somebody might say F it eventually, like especially when it comes to like specifications, like it, God forbid somebody, a real tech guru breaks us down and looks at this Star Trek table and says, nah, this ain't no 4K. Like, what are you really selling us? Because it says 4K at the bottom of that advertisement,
Yeah.
and that this table in particular is not 4K. It's really fun though.
Yeah,
If
it's
you want
really
fun
fun.
table, yeah, if you want a really fun table and you want to play that next generation old school Williams table, you'll get the experience, but it's a degrade. It feels like a PS2 almost like version of it, or something like 720 maybe.
And the way Papa Brad says it, man, is it's nail on the head, man. Was the Star Trek Next Generation is one of the best Zen tables to play. The gameplay is there. I just want the games to be fun and play right. But you want to also advertise it if it's going to be a 4K table that needs to play look like a 4K table. But yeah, the gameplay is there. It's perfect on that. I can aim my shots. I can hit my shots. All that plays great. The ball rolls good. Flipper strength is there. The ball rolls to me in a great speed and everything like
It,
that. The table's fun.
the ball physics feel legit. Everything
Yeah.
feels good on that table. But so it raises the question: Did Zen, take this opportunity to go, well, here we could bypass the flipper lag by degrading the graphics, downgrading the graphics, and you know what I mean? Do you feel like they made a conscious decision to downgrade the graphics to avoid flipper lag and all the other complaints, or did they just forget to hit the anti-aliasing button, and leave us a bunch of jaggies on the ramp rails?
So unfortunately, I don't own the Star Trek machine. Now, for people in like on the Facebook groups that I've been watching, a lot of people that have the Star Trek machines, like we have the Attack from Mars. We got Attack from Mars early. They got the Star Trek Next Generation early as a free, free download or whatever. They were saying that it looked good to me when I first started playing it. when it first became available for me to download, it looked great, and then I had that update, and then now to me it looks worse. So there's a lot of people saying that it looks worse now that they got it, onto their Star Trek machines, and they got the day one update or whatever that everybody got when it became
The people that got the free download early before everybody else said the graphics changed.
Yes, I did see somebody did say that. Yes,
that's crazy.
So to answer your question, it sounds like yes, Zen made a conscious decision to drop the graphics on it to see if the game would run perfectly.
Yeah, and that goes back to us feeling like we're beta testing this machine.
Yeah.
And we're just being guinea pigs for them right now. Papa Brad, I disagree with that. Like I think it is realistic. I think we can have 4K running using the Unreal engine that PinballFX is running on. I think Zen just has not put the resources into figuring it out.
Yeah,
because how is Magic Pixel doing it?
Yeah, that's a touchy subject. I mean, because look, I understand it's a single board computer, and it doesn't have a dedicated GPU, graphics card, whatever, and all that good stuff, or even a iGPU, or eGPU. So, but obviously that chip can run stuff in high and 4K. It's been done on other things. Look at Magic Pixel, what they're able to do in this platform. Those games look amazing. Those tables look amazing. It's just not there yet. The software is just not. It's underdeveloped, like you said. That's the answer. That's straight up the answer.
I honestly feel like Zen hasn't. They haven't stripped away enough layers of PinballFX yet. Like, PinballFX on the Switch, on the PlayStation, on everything else, it's got this whole community kind of aspect to it, and then it's got upgrades you can do in all these, and it's got a whole room around the pinball machine, and you can, it's got all these layers to it, right? I don't know that they've stripped them all the way trying to bring this to this, and I almost feel like they just need a rebuild, like however they rebuilt PinballFX for Netflix, whatever the case, they almost need to. Or maybe they did with this, but they obviously aren't putting the resources into figuring this out, because I really do feel like they could crack the code and make it happen.
I feel like if they want to make this work, the best scenario possible is, like you said, I think they just need to build from the ground up on a new platform. This is a new platform. Obviously, it's a dedicated pinball machine, a virtual pinball machine. Build for that software from the ground up. Have Atgames send you their developer kits, or a developer kit, and build it from the ground up to work on this engine alone on this system, whether it's Linux, Android, whatever. Build the engine with the code from the ground up, and you should, in theory, should be able to get it to work. And like Papa Brad said, here you go. I think Zen had no idea how hard it would be to port this to Atgames.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think technically they looked at it like, oh, well, we almost did this on 1UP. Like, this is just going to be a better version of our 1UP. It's more powerful than the 1UP chip, and you know what I mean? And I think they were going, well, we got double the power here, so this should be a no-brainer. This should be easy. But where they messed up was when they made the switch from FX3 to PinballFX, and then they started using the Unreal engine.
Yeah, the Unreal engine.
And that whole transition has been a rocky transition from the start, even on consoles. If you see on Switch, it was a rocky transition, on PlayStation, so, and I imagine on Xbox it was too. So from that to here has been a rocky transition for them. Pause. And then on top of that, now they're dealing with this Atgames, which is really inferior in contrast to consoles, you know. So yeah, they definitely they bit off more than they could chew, but now it's time to put up or shut up. Get with Epic, Google, Atgames, whoever you got to get with, and figure it out and do the due diligence and the hard work and put the resources in and get your tables running 4K 60 frames per second on this machine. Strip away all the extra layers you don't need of PinballFX and get down to that basic table view. You know, I honestly don't even care about the special effects, you know, and I think the large portion of the community doesn't care about the point scores or the special effects. Get rid of them, you know, well, at least for the Williams tables, you know, get rid of them if you don't need them. And then with your other tables like Godzilla and Kong, obviously you're going to have special effects. It's part of the table, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, like day one, when I first turned this machine on and I started playing Attack from Mars and Addams Family, first thing I did was I turned off the pop-up scores and the ball trails.
Same here, because I wanted them to play like the actual pinball machine.
The other animations, the background stuff, and all that good stuff, I like having that, especially on Attack from Mars with the flying saucer flying around on top of the board and everything.
Oh, you like that? See, I don't care for that. I shut all that off.
Yeah. Now I've done it both ways, and I noticed that it does play better with all of it turned off. But I do keep that one option turned on for some tables because, like Addams Family, I turned everything off because you don't really notice anything anyway, except for that bookcase, and Cousin It.
That back wall too.
The candles, the lit candles, and everything.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they look better with the special effects, but me personally, if it's a real table, a real pinball table, I don't care for any of that stuff. Shut it all off. But if it's just some Zen inspired Star Trek pack stuff or some Godzilla vs. Kong stuff, that stuff, then I want the effects there, not the scores, but the effects, you know.
Yeah. So let's do a little theory, because I'm reading the comment section and I see Marine 50 making some pretty good theory comments. Let's just say within theory, let's say the rock chip just isn't powerful enough to run Zen stuff, and let's say the Atgames, if they offered a upgrade board in the future, and all cabs after that come with these new boards, and we'll find the second part of it. If they were to do that, in his opinion, I would rather pay $150 to $200 for an upgrade board than pay $1,500 for a PC for OTG. Would you be willing to do something like that as well? In theory, if it was, say,
the chip. I like that. You know, if you're saying what's the better of two evils, yeah, I like that option. What I don't like though is I'm already in about $2,000 on this thing. So now you're asking me to dump another 200 in this thing to do what you said it would do from the start.
There you go.
And that's my main drawback with that is, you know, they sold this as a 4K performance machine. Now, if it can't do that, they should have said that from the start. They should have said it's our new HD model, but it's got a 4K display.
Yeah. This is capable of running at 4K, but not all tables. If you want
or hey, if you want an OTG at 4K, that's your own. It's got a 4K display, but we're not selling it as the Legends 4K,
right?
You know, but they sold it as this big 4K performance machine powerhouse, and right now it's underperforming. The Zen tables are underperforming, but if you play Magic Pixel, I feel like it's a whole different story.
Yeah, Jason, perfect. I wish I could go into detail in chat, but I'd scroll forever. The single board chip or computer being used can run all three screens just fine. It's just the Unreal Engine, Android to Linux container where the issues lie. Yes, and that's pretty much exactly what he said. This is the reason why they brought Epic Games into it. This is the reason why they brought Google into it, supposedly. It should be able to.
can I talk with the chat about what I talked to you backstage about? So like, you
Of
know,
course.
I was telling Chaotic that, I went searching for that the post about how at Games, Google and Epic were in unison, they united to try to they're gonna fix this flipper lag. So I just went to Google and searched for it. And the first thing that came up was Epic Games, I guess recently sued Google not too long ago, I think within the past year or something like that. So then that even had my head spinning because I'm going, wait a sec, At Games is selling this like, these three powerhouses have combined to try to figure this flipper lag out, but have they really? Like, is Google really in on this, or are they just dealing with the troubleshooting guys over at Google? For the Android side of this, like,
Yeah, the Android side, yeah.
because is Google really going to sit down with Epic Games after they sued them? I just all this. I don't know, man. It just all seems so weird.
They just put in a normals map on the Rails texture that they need to place it in the right section or simply remove it. This low poly crap, they can go at themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. They did.
They all look better than the arcade one up tables I had. Yeah, absolutely. Period. Straight up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like that's where Zen was like, yeah, we could do this is no problem. Looking at the Zachariah and the Magic Pixel table was like, oh yeah, this would be a breeze.
Also, all Zen tables are running in 2K, not 4K as advertised. If you know how and where to look, you'll see that Unreal Engine version 4.27 options file render section. I did see that in the corner of the back glass or on the loading screen. So yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jason.
Yeah, so there almost should be, and I hate to say it because this is my favorite. My Attack from Mars is my favorite home arcade product I own. So all the complaining I'm doing, this is actually my favorite product I own right now. I wouldn't give it up for the world, but it is disappointing that it's almost like they sold us a little bit of a dream here.
Yeah, so I mean, once they get all this, like you said, like me and you both, we've always talked about it. We were basically beta testers for this thing. That's the reason
Yeah,
why we got it at the cheaper price point that we got for pre-ordering, because we're basically beta testers. They need to know how this thing runs in the real world over time as they bring out more and more tables, and then they figure out how to optimize the code to work with the SBC.
yeah, that
And all the tables are going to run differently that Zen brings out. Some of them, these native table or the original tables they do, some games are going to run really well. Some of the Williams tables are going to run them really well. Just depends on how much is going on, how many physics, and how many, I guess, action spots you got going on in every table, and the different codes that they require to run. Some tables are just never going to run pure 4K. I agree with that.
yeah, I agree. And you got to remember this isn't we're not dealing with Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo here. Like, we're dealing with At Games, bro. Like, I mean, not even 10 years ago they were making them terrible Sega Genesis consoles. So
I have two of them.
like, right, so you got to kind of know who you're dealing with, bro. And I knew what I was getting into with this, you know what I mean? So I'm I'm not as upset as a lot of these people I see in the community posting in these comments and stuff, because I know if I want peak performance out of this machine, I can go OTG. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But I personally, I'll probably keep this machine relatively stock and run most of my games natively. I mean, I already have almost 200 tables on this machine, so there's not a lack of variety there. Like, for like some of these one-ups for me, can have a lack of variety after a while. Like, if I get bored, I just go to another table. So I just and a big subject you brought up, was backstage to me, was that a lot of people, you know questioning whether or not Zen should continue to put out tables until they could fix their issues, whether it be the graphic issues or the flipper lag, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
And we both personally, we want them to continue putting out tables. We don't want them to stop putting out tables, because
Yeah.
Once you close them floodgates, now where's your content coming from? You know?
Exactly. It's basically a dead machine until another developer brings out tables like Magic Pixel. They do basically one pack a year is the way it's been in the last couple of years. So
Yeah.
if you're not getting packs from Zen weekly like we have been, what are you getting? Nothing. It's just gonna be like the HD product the way it's been in the past year. You've got nothing.
Yeah, you
You
want to
got
keep them
nothing new.
floodgates open. You know, you don't want to shut that down, because, you know, a lot of this software stuff can be fixed in hindsight. You know, it could be addressed later. It's being addressed now. You know, it's not like they're not addressing it. The way they're going about it, I don't think is very professional, as far as shutting down comments on their page or kicking people out of groups or not allowing posts and stuff. I don't think it's very professional how they're going
No,
about it. But
no.
but like I said, they're not Sony, they're not Nintendo, you know, so they have way less experience dealing with this community and gamers in general. I feel like, you know, and and taking constructive criticism, they got way less experience in that, and I think they do take it to heart. Unfortunately, like they instead of taking it as constructive criticism, a lot of times I think Atgames takes our comments to heart, you know, and they try to tear them down or delete them when they should just, you know, bite the bullet and deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if they just sent out a big apology letter and not just say, "Hey guys, we got Zen's promising to work on this, Zen's promising to work on that." Just send out an apology letter. Said, "Look, I know the product's not as been as advertised, and things that we promised. They will be fixed. We are sorry that it's taken as longer than anybody would ever want it to." Offer some kind of discount, or you know, especially the people that drop $1,500, $2,000 on these damn things.
Give us another year warranty on our product, you know, or something like that, you know, where it's not necessarily going to cost you unless you built a defective product, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's ways yeah, you know, they could come out to the community and just say, hey, you know, we know we haven't lived up to our expectations, but you know, you know, we really do plan to deliver on all ends, you know.
And from the beginning, I was pushing them to use 1440p 165 hertz monitors. That would have came in even cheaper. They did not need the 4K buzzwords. Like I said, take 4K off of this thing, and you know, just it being an updated machine, it probably would have went a lot easier. Now you're promising 4K.
Yeah. If it would have been the Legends Pinball XL, if they would have just called it that, you know, the XL or
Legends Pinball 2 version 2.0, something like that, you know, just
you
updated
know,
bells and whistles. Now we got 3 screens instead of 1, you know, and
yeah, and not really sold it as, like you said, a buzzword, that 4K buzzword, you know, because now they have to live up to that, you know. Just like Arcade One Up, when they dropped Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and it wasn't online, that's when people got pissed off, because it says it on the box, it's online, it says it on the box, you know, and it say 4K on the box.
yeah. Yeah, I watched that interview that Wagner did with the girl from Zen as well. And I said this before on a live stream that we did, where they said when they said they doing a partnership with Epic and as well as Google to try and get them to help fix it, and they hope to fix it. And this girl said the exact same thing. We hope we can fix the lag issues. It does not instill confidence. Like, she did not sound confident at all that it will be fixed. We promise you, we were going to get it fixed. we hope to get it fixed did not sound good. And it's just not, that's just, that was that buzzword that you heard, and you're just like, I don't feel like it's gonna happen, man.
Well, I feel like they say words like that to soften the blow and to buy them time, you know. And most people aren't privy to that kind of stuff because they don't deal with public relations, or they don't have any kind of PR backgrounds, you know. When you're dealing with masses of people, you have to have fire extinguisher kind of words like that to just put out the fire for a little bit, settle everyone down. Because if you put a date on it, then you got to live by that date. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Whereas you could you could give a broad, general word like that. You know, well, we hope we can get to the bottom of it, and when you do, people are going to be pleasantly surprised, as opposed to if you can't, you could say, well, look, you know, these are our resolutions. You know, we can't give you 4K graphics, but we can give you 2K, or we can't give you 2K, we can give you 1080, but you know, but you're gonna have no flipper lag, and you're gonna have, you know, but I think they do need to give us some transparency on what their resolution is gonna be.
yeah. Yeah, or at least give us weekly updates of what's going on. Like, have y'all found anything that y'all fixed or anything like that? Just let us more in the loop, man, and show that you actually care, you know?
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of the tech geeks kind of they'd love to hear what they're, you know, tinkering on in behind the scenes, you know,
Yeah.
what their findings are, you know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, I would love to know. Just to know.
Jason sounds like he'd understand a lot of it.
Yeah. I'm totally agreeing with him, man. I'm staying optimistic about it. I mean, it's to me, it's still a brand new product, man.
Yeah.
And knowing in the past with different other situations, like I said earlier about Starfield, Cyberpunk 2077, No Man's Sky, the outrage of customers being upset, and and then you got a company that actually cares about their product, and they want to stand behind their product, and they believe in their product, that these problems will get fixed. If you're telling people it's going to be fixed, or you're hoping that it's going to be fixed, then we're gonna see some changes, and I feel like something's gonna look is gonna look different here. We just don't
Well,
have a time. We just won't have a timeline on it.
you know, pressure makes diamonds too, bro. So I would love to see Zen just come out of this going, yeah, look what we did. We did it. You know, shut up. Here's your tables. You know, here you
Yeah,
go. Nobody's complaining now. They play great. They look great. You know, and in a year from now, them just be able to sit back and, you know, kick their feet up and go, what pack you want this week? You know, but you know, pressure creates diamonds. So right now the pressure's on them. You know, and they need to shine.
yeah. So, guys, we could spend an entire 2 hours talking about this kind of stuff and getting chats, feedback, and everything. But I gotta move on, man. We got some other things we need to talk about. Especially if we want to get to the actual meat and potatoes of what this episode is actually about. And we'll
Let's
circle
go.
back. So let's move on real quick, guys. We're going to talk about Cleveland Gaming Classic 2024. I went last year with a lot of the Arcades Anonymous guys, and this is how I met my co-host, half a dozen. You living close to in the area and everything. So this is basically updates about what you got, what they got going on this year, and you can pretty much elaborate more on that.
Yeah, so they just started this thing with the Radon Science Foundation, which is really cool. Or they started the Radon Science Foundation. I'm not too sure whether they're working with them or it's their own thing. But anyways, they basically got this goal to raise 50K, and it's for cure basically for UBA5 disorder, ultra rare progressive condition. The disorder manifests through symptoms such as movement impairment, intellectual disability, seizures, and other brain abnormalities. So what they're trying to do is really cool, man. They're trying to raise 50K for, you know, people that have this rare condition. So, you know, they're not just gaming this year. They're trying to help people, you know, and that's really, I think that's really dope.
Yeah, good. It's like a charitable foundation and also a gaming event for people just to enjoy and everything. So it's really awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So you want to go to the next thing, but that's dope. And then June 8th, I guess they're hosting this thing down at Great Oaks Tavern. I might have to holler at Unc, see if he wants to slide through over there. And but at June 8th at Great Oaks Tavern in Cleveland, they have a unique event it's basically going to be like a Magic the Gathering thing event that they're doing. And that's in conjunction with the pre-release of Modern Horizons 3. I guess it's going to be a sealed event for Modern Horizons 3 where the proceeds go to that Raiden Science Foundation we just spoke about.
Oh, dope.
And yeah, and they said if you're not a Magic player, they're going to be bringing video games, trivia, and a bunch of fun giveaways and stuff like that. So they say you come down to Great Oaks, they got food, they got drinks and all kinds of beverages and stuff like that, and they're doing that on June 8th. So I might actually even go out to that.
Oh, so it's like a little preview event and things to come and everything too. Probably
Yeah, yeah.
they'll probably talk about more stuff happening coming up to the event in September. As probably announced more guests. Like you got several guests already being announced, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah. Some of these were there when you went.
Yeah,
Terry Hoskins
Terry
was there.
Hoskins and Tim were both there.
Yeah, Tim Kitzrow was there, and now they got some new people. John Riggs will be there this year. Luke Edwards, Doug Walker. Some of y'all might know these content creators from YouTube.
Heck yeah, man! I wish they would have had more people this past year when I went. But it's cool that they're actually expanding and getting more names out there.
And they got the voice actor for Sonic the Hedgehog there. That's cool. Get a little
Yeah,
autograph.
for sure.
I think I'm gonna go again this year. I think
You should, man. I would love to get some footage from you and everything.
if I could get Unc to go, he didn't go last year, so if I could talk him into going, it might just be me and him up there.
I still think some other home arcade YouTubers were going. A Galaga guy said he's going again this year because
Really?
he's in the Ohio area.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You need to holler at me, Gallagher.
So yeah, I'll probably see y'all together down there. So that's cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely link up if he's over there.
Perfect, dude. All right. So next step, man. I'm looking forward to that. But next step, this guy right here, man.
Yeah, that Nintendo World Championship NES edition released for the Switch, which is really cool because I guess it's got a physical copy of it for the NES.
Well, it's basically it's a shell. It's not.
So it's not a physical copy.
No. It's basically a recreation of the original.
They fooled me. I was like, bro, that's one of the hardest releases ever. If it's got an actual. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a shell, like the actual cartridge and everything. So it's cool. It'll be something cool to put on the shelf. But it also comes with all these like cards of the different games that are on there, as well as the like a history book, as well as some pictures and stuff like that. But
little nostalgic item, but it's cool. It's cool that they're finally like re-releasing this,
I mean, like the original NES cartridge for the World Championship edition still sells on eBay for like $6,000, $7,000.
Big money.
Because they're so rare.
Yeah, and there's like different versions, aren't there?
There's the gold one, and then that regular people had, but they also have like developer units.
Yeah.
Whereas a standard gray cartridge, but it had like dip switches on it, and the label was white. Those are the most expensive ones and the super rare ones. Like Pat the NES Punk will not let his go. He'll never sell it. That's his most prized possession. He actually has one. Angry Video Game Nerd did a video with him about it and everything. So if y'all ever seen that World Championship video of his, it's pretty funny. But yeah, this is cool, man. This is a good way, and it's like new challenges, new game modes and stuff like that they added to it. Super nostalgic and super retro, and this is the kind of stuff that guys like us go bonkers for. So it's something that I definitely want to pick up. It's just I think this collector's edition is kind of expensive. I think it was what, $89.99, something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't even look at the price.
Yeah, so I mean, it's something I'm interested in picking up. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if they still have them available and everything. Some other news that happened this week, and it's a big one, especially for the home arcade community. I do want to say congratulations to Glenn. Glenn, I met in Cleveland. Super nice guy. I got to play with his different products that he was offering, like his boomstick, shotgun, light gun, sending light gun, as well as some of his control panels and stuff like that. The man is a genius when it comes to offering different options for the home arcade community. His flight yoke for the Star Wars, the sending light gun, shotgun, the iArcade control panel, is the trackball, the light up trackball he did, the Tron stick.
Yeah, just seeing his evolution from the first, his first mods for the 12-in-1.
Yeah,
just from there to where he's went, to doing this deal with New Wave Toys, it's really cool. It's cool. It's cool to see somebody from our community, dealing with somebody, somebody like New Wave Toys. I just think it's really cool, and I think it's a big redemption moment for him after all the shit with Arcade 1-Up.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's nice to see that he's getting this type of recognition, and being such a great guy that he is, and congratulations to him. And New Wave Toys is starting to branch out a little bit more. I mean, they're doing they have always done that 1/6 scale stuff, but and when they announced this partnership last year in Cleveland on Tech Buzz's show at the Cleveland Gaming Classic, we knew something good was coming on, something big. Now, is this still 1/6 scale? Yes, but it also has an additional accessory, basically a tabletop, real arcade trackball that basically you plug in from the 1/6 scale Golden Tee, and then you can HDMI it to a TV.
Yeah, I really like that DMD topper. That's pretty cool.
And that's the first of its kind that they did, where you can totally customize it and all that kind of stuff, man. It's really neat. The stuff that they can do on such a small scale and it be as intricate as it is dope.
Definitely, yeah. That's cool.
So again,
shout out to Glenn.
Yeah, shout out to Glenn, man. Congratulations on having this kind of partnership, man. And I love to see what future products y'all do bring. Especially, I think they did announce on that they were planning on doing more 3/4 scale stuff to compete against Arcade 1-Up.
Where's that mini Akari Warriors?
Yeah.
Where's that? They didn't do that yet, did they?
Yeah, they did. They did the well, he did that control panel.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did they do a Replicade version of it that he could plug his control panel into? That'd be awesome.
No, not yet.
That's next, Glenn.
You feel like that's coming though?
Why not? He's already got the joystick ready for it. They just need the Replicade.
Yeah, there you go. So back to the comments and everything. White label for the NES Championship can go for $150,000 to $200,000.
Yeah, almost $250,000 for a damn game.
Yeah, so it's really cool that they're offering this. It's not really kind of like P-Dubs. The way he said it is that this is really nice. This is great for the community. Is it something that I'm interested in personally? No. If it was something other than something that Arcade 1-Up's already done, like as in for like the games list and everything, I would totally be more interested into it. So I was kind of hoping it was something else, but this is great first foray into their early partnership.
Yeah. If they do something different, like a Primal Rage or something that I haven't seen yet, I might grab one.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since they announced that they are going to start competing with Arcade 1-Up at 3/4 scale products. So I'm very interested in seeing quality, price, as well as what licenses and what titles they can bring out.
Price is a big factor because what they're charging for these is crazy. I just can't imagine what they're going to charge on a 3/4 scale.
Yeah, with the 1/6 scale machine as well as the trackball, the tabletop trackball thing, when you bundle those two things together, you're spending as much or a little bit more than you would say for the Golden Tee 3D Deluxe from Arcade 1-Up at $4.99. I mean, it's just not there for me.
Yeah.
So
Me either.
But I'm totally cool with this. This is the right direction to go in, especially for Glenn, man. He's gonna make some banging products, and especially if he's teaming with New Wave Toys, they're gonna make some banging products. All right, my man. So another cool thing that got announced this week, I think like yesterday, day before yesterday. Retro Ralph already did a video on it.
Mm-hmm.
For you NBA Jam fans and that arcade style of NBA Jam or NBA games.
Arcade fanatics.
Yeah. What's the company called? Raw Thrills.
Raw Thrills.
And Play Mechanics is bringing out this super awesome looking NBA Jam NBA Superstars arcade machines that's going to go into like your local Dave and Buster's as well as some other arcade
round one, different ones.
Yeah, so this looks dope. Like I said, Retro Ralph already did a video on it. Huge 75-inch display, backlit NBA logos and stars, booming sound system. 4-player
spotlights, backlit NBA logo and stars, and then they said like that the LEDs change based on like the teams and stuff.
Yeah, and the marquee at the top displays the score as well as the time, like a real, sport score.
It's an actual LED scoreboard. Yeah, that's sick.
So look for this being in your local arcades like Dave Buster's and stuff like that. I really hope it's not one of those like. Have you played the Injustice Raw Thrill arcade game with the one button with the trading cards and stuff like that? I'm hoping it's not like that. I hope this is actual legit 4-player pure NBA Jam style type game.
It looks like it, but we'll see. This could be something great for like the younger generation to get them back in arcade games. A lot of the young kids love basketball. And it looks like basically a new generation version of NBA Jam, which I love Jam.
Yeah, this is super dope, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing this, man. I hopefully somebody will get some videos, especially PD7, Cornercade, and all those to actually go to like real arcades and stuff like that every now and then. It'd be nice to see this out in the wild and get some gameplay video on this and see how it works. So we'll see soon. See how it looks and when it comes out and everything, how it turns out to be.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if it updates rosters year after year or what.
I still want to see that Godzilla VR arcade game. I need to go to a Dave & Buster's in Atlanta and see if I can find it and see if they have it. Because that looks awesome. All right, guys, meat and potatoes time. We're back, circling back around to Atgames and Zen real quick. So they have recently announced earlier this week that they're going to do. They're announcing what packs are coming out, right? So in the beginning, they announced 6. They announced Attack from Mars. Let's see, we had Adam's Family, Snoopy, Attack from Mars,
and Star Trek
pack, Williams Star Trek pack, and Godzilla's versus Kong mini pack, Twilight Zone. And
that's really
it, right?
Yeah, that's really
So
I think all really they announced.
Yeah, so really that's 8. I don't know why they said 6 on their press report. But
well, the last 2 just kind of recently got announced: Twilight Zone and Godzilla.
Oh yeah, and they have not technically been released yet.
Yeah, so
Twilight Zone is coming out this Wednesday, y'all. So that's something to look forward to and everything.
They got like 45 tables that are apparently in this first contract with Zen.
45 packs.
Well, yeah, 45 packs. Yeah, no, I thought it was 45 tables.
No, it's packs. 45 packs.
Yeah, that's even
now
better.
most of the packs are 1 table packs, but there is a bunch of them that are 2 table packs and mostly 3 table packs as well. So they announced out of those 45, they announced an additional 14.
Can we give ourselves some props real quick? Because I feel like we were the first on YouTube to ever speculate or say that Pinball M was gonna come to this platform. Because I didn't hear nobody else talking about that. We were talking about it, and I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, but
that was episode 1 or episode 2 of Yo Retro, where we were like, hey guys, I think Pinball, the Pinball M's coming, man. Pinball M's coming.
We said that real early on because we felt like it was just prime for this, because this is an adult product, and it seemed like it was just a perfect marriage. Why wouldn't you bring Pinball M to these machines? Why wouldn't you have a Chucky themed cab? It seemed prime for it. So we finally got an official word that we're getting some Pinball M tables on our Legends devices, so Chucky's Killer Pinball, the Thing Pinball, that's really cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to go through the list real quick. If some of y'all don't know about it, that are not in the home arcade space, y'all may not know about it. So Sorcerer's Lair is an original Zen table. Normally it comes free on all like FX and FX3 products. Like
it's like their demo table basically that they really let everybody download for free to kind of show off what they do on their platform. So and it's a really great table.
I don't think Atgames is going to allow it, but I would wish that when Sorcerer's Lair became available,
it should be free.
I feel like it should be free because you can play on every FX platform for free.
At the very least, Zen kind of owes us all one right now with all this flipper lag and crap. It would be a nice little freebie for the community.
Yeah.
And it would go along with their kind of history.
Yeah. And also, I don't think this list is any kind of like accurate representation of like the timeline that they're going to like release these. I think they're just naming all the different properties and stuff like that. I don't think it's any kind of like in order of release.
It's not chronological order.
Correct. So you got Sorcerer's Lair, and you also got Wild West Rampage, which is also another original Zen title. Super excited about this. Williams Pinball Fishtails single pack is going to be coming out. So I love Fishtails. I played it a lot on my Arcade 1-Up pinball, which I just sold day before yesterday, by the way, guys.
Congratulations.
She's out the door. And now I got my one big Atgames pinball machine now. So I'm super happy that I got a little bit extra room. I can actually probably put another arcade in here somewhere.
That's cool because you were able to get your comparison video done too prior to selling it.
Exactly. Another Williams pinball table, and it's an awesome one, is World Cup Soccer, dude. That is,
such a fun table, bro.
I'm not really a soccer fan, but that's a fun table, and that's a huge one. A lot of people really love that one.
Well, they said too that they're not they're not bringing back like all the teams, I guess, on that or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just gonna have like the Zen team. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure. Or no, that's the Williams one. I'm thinking of the other soccer one.
you're talking about the new soccer one that they came out
Yeah.
with, the original one that you just released for FX.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I mixed them up. That's the Williams World Cup soccer. My bad.
Yeah, the
Continue.
Williams World Cup soccer is based off of 1995 World Cup soccer. So it's got like a goalie in the net and everything like that pops up. Super cool, man. If
I
y'all
don't know if
I
I don't think I've ever played that one. I played the old Zen soccer one.
give that Williams one a shot, dude. It's dope.
That Zen soccer one's excellent, though.
Yeah, the Williams one's fantastic.
Is it better,
in my opinion,
than the Zen one? Because that Zen one was so fun, bro.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it's better, man. It's based off the real world pinball table and everything, so it's got those physics and everything. So cool.
Okay, go
on. Next, you got the Universal Classics, which is just recently got announced for PinballFX. Just got recently released, actually, and that's Xena, Battlestar Galactica, and
Universal Television Classics, to be more specific, because they also have the Universal Classics.
You're right. I'm sorry. Totally wrong, guys. Sorry about that. Universal Classics. That's going to be Back to the Future, Jaws, and E.T., right?
E.T. Yeah, E.T.
Yeah. And then after that, you got Jurassic World Pinball, which is 3 Jurassic World, Jurassic Park games. That's been on FX for a while, FX3. And one I'm super excited about, and I know several people in the community are super excited about, is Williams Pinball.
My Little Pony.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
My bad. Go on. My bad. I thought that's what you were going to say.
No, man, I got to say that one, the best for last.
Okay, go on.
Williams Pinball Universal Monsters Pack, which is 2 tables, and that's Creature from the Black Lagoon as well as Monsters of Rock.
Yes. No, Monster Bash. Get it
Monster
right.
Bash, not Monsters of Rock. Sorry, Monster Bash, man.
I love Monster Bash. That's my, so I'm really happy that pack's getting released,
I wish they would make a skin machine for that for several people in the community. But yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
If they would announce Monster Bash, I would have bought that before Attack from Mars. Well, not before Attack from Mars, but those were the 2 that I would have had to like make a choice on.
I would have got
Monster Bash.
Yeah, I think so too. Bash. Sorry, Attack from Mars. I love you and everything, but that design, that artwork is just super dope.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know, man. It's some of the best side art I've ever seen, and then the theming, having all the different monsters. That's so cool, bro.
Oh man, can you imagine an Atgames topper with that if they were to do a skin? Oh my god,
how cool would that be? Yeah,
how dope that would be.
And a lot of people really, 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 really like Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's a lot of people. That's their favorite pinball table. So that's cool that that's coming to this platform. That's a classic.
Yeah, for sure. Good to see PD7. I'm missing some people in chat. Sorry. Thor KC, good to see you, my man. Trying to catch up with everybody that's showing up here a little bit late, but I'm glad y'all are here.
What else they got? They got Gearbox Pinball, so that's gonna have Borderlands.
All right, so Gearbox, is Borderlands, Homeworld, and Brothers in Arms, which I watched some gameplay video of Brothers in Arms table. That looks super intense.
Yeah, that I'd like to play that probably the most out of that pack, that and the Borderlands.
Also announced DreamWorks Pinball Legends mini pack, 3 tables, and that's going to be How to Train Your Dragon,
Kung Fu Panda,
and
Trolls.
Yeah, you're right. There you go.
Yeah, which leads us into My Little Pony. But it is cool. There's a couple tables your daughters can play on this. Stuff like that. Trolls,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna play the shit out of My Little Pony. I love that table.
And right, like, and imagine the bragging rights. You get the top score in the world on that. Like,
Heck yeah, dude. I'm gonna be all over the Facebook groups and be like, I am
yeah,
the My Little Pony master.
yeah, like people are gonna be so proud to be number one on that table.
Right.
But Garfield pinball, you got a lot of, it's cool. There's gonna be a lot of tables coming out for the kids to play. You got a lot of throwback Williams tables coming out. You got a lot of, just good theme tables, from the Universal properties.
Yeah.
And then we got some Pinball M. That's just opening them floodgates, like I said, for all that Pinball M stuff to come our way too. And remember, I was saying, like, how cool is it going to be when they could use that DMD for these Pinball M games, and you're seeing the movie clips and Chucky on there and stuff? It's going to be so cool.
Also, I kind of want to speculate and say that since Pinball M is coming to the Atgames platform, that I still think they're going to do a table design for at least one of them, either the Thing or Chucky. I still think they're going to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think this is
To
almost
celebrate Pinball M coming, man. I think they're going to still do one.
Yeah, I think this is almost confirmation of that, because these rollouts we're seeing here, I think, are absolutely CE, additions that we're going to be seeing. I think that's what this announcement kind of, not only is it the tables coming, but I think it's showing you the forecast of what's to come over the next year when they start rolling out the new collector's edition 4Ks. So a lot of these right here, we're probably going to see collector's editions of.
And just think, man, this is just 14 out of 45 packs that they have planned. There's still a crap load of properties that they have not announced, like Indiana Jones,
Aliens pinball,
Aliens,
that's
Aliens
that's
vs Predator original tables, like mini
yeah,
packs or whatever.
Aliens pinball, that's in that pack, I'm pretty sure. But that's the one I was most disappointed wasn't announced, because I was really looking forward to playing that again. But yeah, Star Wars, Marvel. I mean, there's just
Star Wars, Marvel, yeah, the two big ones, like those that have like 20 tables associated with those. Like you can have Star Wars Pack 1, Pack 2, and Pack 3, each with 3 games in them or 4 games in them. Some of them with 4 or 5. I feel like those are definitely coming. Marvel, same way. I think there's like 17 Marvel tables total.
Yeah, there's more Williams tables. There's Arabian Nights. There's so much
Medieval
stuff.
Madness has got to come, man. That's
like
South Park. South Park from Zen's got to come.
Family Guy.
Family Guy's got to come. Yeah.
I don't know if they have the rights to certain tables anymore. That's what we got to find out. So, but yeah, this is just I'm really excited. As much as we've been shitting on Zen about the issues they're having, me and you express we want them to keep them floodgates open and keep these tables rolling out. And this was the most exciting announcement over the past month to me, was just that confirmation that, yeah, these tables are coming. Pinball M tables are coming. You're getting everything from the Zen Vault, basically, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And honestly, I kind of feel like this was announced and brought out to the public to see, because there were so many, like, say, YouTube channels that were asking that question. Should Zen and Atgames pause on bringing out these weekly Zen tables? And then Zen Atgames like, do y'all really want us to stop? Here's 14 of the planned 45 packs we got. Y'all really want us to stop these weekly releases? This is what y'all could be playing here in the next couple of months, all these different types of tables and stuff. Y'all really want us to stop?
Yeah, you don't want Knight Rider? You don't want Xena? You don't want Garfield? You don't want E.T.? You don't want Back to the Future? You don't want Fishtails? You don't want Jurassic Park? Nah,
you don't want
I definitely want all them tables, but I do want them to perform as good as they do on consoles. And, so, yeah, keep bringing the tables out, Zam. We want everything out your vault. Every table you got, we want on this platform too, just like consoles. We want every single table. So this was really exciting news, bro. I think this is pretty much the forecast for the rest of the year, but I could be wrong.
That's all right. I'm a brawny. You're right.
Brian the Brony.
Yeah. That's what you call My Little Pony fans, bronies.
Brony. Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, this is super exciting, man. And I guarantee you this is the reason why they announced this to the Facebook groups and everything. It says, hey, do y'all really want us to stop?
Which one of these are you most excited for?
Definitely the Pinball M tables. And Monster Bash.
Yeah, same here.
And Creature.
Same here. The Chucky, just because, you know, well, I'm not, I've watched the thing, but it's been so long. I need to probably rewatch it. I'm not a huge fan of the franchise, but
that
Chucky,
dope.
Yeah, and I haven't played it. Like I said, I haven't played it, a lot of their more recent tables. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Pinball M tables, and you know, the Universal Monsters, probably the most, and then after that would be the Universal Classics, you know, because then you're getting, I just love the licensing that we're getting. Back to the Future, E.T., Jaws, we're getting, you know, Jurassic Park, Knight Rider, Xena, you know, it's really cool that we're getting just real properties, man, because sometimes as much as I love the Zachariah tables, you know, sometimes the theming is just underwhelming on some of the tables, you know, so I love having these big licenses.
And it's so funny because I was reading some of the comments in Facebook groups and everything. They're like, I really like the Zachariah tables, but the back glass art is eight-year-old kid drawn at best.
Yeah, well, you know, but a lot of the back glass, that's the actual back glass that was on them tables, you know, and they in the 70s and 80s, you know, and the art was different back then, you know what I mean? And so I feel them, but yeah, even on some of the remakes, like the remakes and the up, you know, that they do on them, they'll just like hyper zoom in on a certain area that was on the OG back glass, you know, and they just like blow it up, and then they make that the back glass on the next one. It's just like I said, some of the theming's underwhelming on some of the Magic Pixel tables. You know, the licensing's, you know, the natural history licensing's underwhelming. Even the Dr. Seuss packs, I got them, and I'm like, it's not for me personally. Like, they play okay, but it's just not for me. You know, it's something about the theming. It's just not for me. I'm not playing 1, 2, 3 ABCs. Like, I'm not playing Redfish, Bluefish. Like, I might play them once or twice, but it's just not for me, you know, personally. So I'm looking forward to these themes, you know, and not all of them, you know. I will play all of them. I will buy all of them probably, but you know, obviously certain ones speak to me more than others. Universal Monsters
and you know me, like you've bought all the packs, right? That they have available so far.
Yeah, I got it. Now I got them all.
Yeah, see, I only have like 3 or 4 packs. Like, I'm being really selective in what I bought because, you know, this kind of adds up. It's pretty expensive.
Well, like with the Zachariah packs, I had no problem buying all those because they all play really good.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's like telling me, like, hey, man, even if you don't really like the table pack, the tables play great, and then you could find something you really enjoy about every table that's on there.
Yeah, you got that variety too. Then
because I bought the spooky Zachariah pack, and I love spooky remake.
That's what I was gonna say to you, because I knew you really liked what's the other
Spooky Deluxe.
Spooky Deluxe, right? But then, like for me, I really like Spooky Remake more personally.
Yeah,
just
me too.
Just plays like an actual pinball table, you know.
Yeah, I fell in love with that, and then I fell in love with. I went and bought another Zachariah pack. I bought the one with. Man, I don't remember what it was, but it has Space Shuttle on it. Spaceship Shuttle.
Space Shuttle, yeah.
I like that table a lot. That's what I was playing before we started our show, man. And I was like, trying to get my score over like 200 million. I was playing the crap out of that.
I started a favorites list finally. You want to hear some of them?
Yeah. Let's hear a favorite list real quick before we get back into the finishing this topic.
All right, I got Arkanoid on there. Black Belt remake. I think that's an excellent table, bro. It's so fun. It's got all them like old school like ninja flick kind of vibes to it. You know, the old Bruce Lee vibes. Bubble Bobble, Class of 1812, Cue Ball Wizard, Devil Riders remake, Dinosaur Dynasty, Earth, Wind, and Fire remake, Fire Mountain remake, Hot Wheels remake, House of Diamonds Deluxe, Magic Castle remake, Nautilus remake, Operation Wolf, Pinball Champ remake, Pinball Champ OG, Pistol Poker, pause, Pinball Champion Deluxe, Rescue 911 Robot, let's see, Spooky remake, all the Star Treks, Strike Deluxe, Teed Off, Time Machine remake, bro. That table is so awesome, bro.
I'm thinking about buying that tonight because I went back to our Discord chat and everything. I was like, and I watched video on that thing where it drops the playfield in the back or raises it up. I was like, holy crap, that looks dope.
Time Machine remake is an excellent table. And then Woods Queen remake. It looks like the most generic table, but I played it earlier. And bro, it is such a high scoring, fun table. Bro, it's a great table, bro. You just get multi-ball almost after multi-ball. Star Guide. Yeah, Star Guide's a pretty decent table.
Jason says Woods Queen 16K on Vegas Sphere. Yeah.
Woods Queen, man. The remake is a dope table. Even the original's dope. But yeah, Woods Queen remake, bro. It's got a flow to it, like he said, and you could just play that forever, bro. It's fun. And then it's just it's got that Attack from Mars kind of vibe as far as the point system where like you just feel like you can sky's the limit on your score, you know, if you can keep that ball alive, you know, and it's relatively easy to keep it alive, keep it in play for a while. So you almost, you know, you feel like you can beat them top scorers till you go back and look at them, you know, and then you're like, God damn, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, because everybody's feeling the same way you're feeling. You're like, man, I feel like I can go on forever. Bro, you look at the scoreboard and everybody did go on forever.
Yeah, it take a different level of patience, and you have to have a big block of free time to get some of the scores these people are getting up.
Yeah, that's so awesome, man. Yeah, you can have 30-minute games on some of those.
Yeah,
that's dope, man. I need to get more Zachariah packs because I've been super impressed with the ones I have bought, even though they're like a lot of tables come in those packs, and I may only like 2 of them.
Yeah,
but those 2 are like become my favorite ones to play out of all the ones I've bought.
Yeah, most of my favorites are Zachariah's. I have some of the Zen tables in there, like, but it's almost like I'm kind of like it's wishful thinking. Like I hope they become good and they can stay on my favorites list. But right now, you know,
I got to get better. Yeah,
yeah, but you know, right now I'm happy with the way Attack from Mars. I'm about 80-90% there happy with how Attack from Mars plays with everything off. Star Trek pack, I'm happy with how all the Star Trek tables play. That single Williams table, I'm not happy with the graphics. Yeah, Nautilus remakes a beast.
That's another reason why I'm excited about the end of this month when they do that little sale again. Even though it's not the sale that everybody wants, still 15% for me is like $6-7 off. You know, of a $25 pack, I'm okay with.
Yeah. It helps. That's what I said. I bought a bunch of
any kind of discount helps.
When they did that last little sale, I just picked up a bunch of them, you know, and whatever. If I miss out on that, then I miss out, you know. But they'll probably have new stuff out by then.
Yeah. So real quick, we'll finish this off. Super excited about everything that's coming, and I really do feel like they're going to do a Pinball Elm skin table and everything like that. I feel like that's common. You're not gonna see like a My Little Pony skin table or anything like that, so y'all don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm super excited about what they got, man. I hope they do like another Williams seat, collector's edition as well, with either Creature or Monster Bash. So
They might. I could see a Garfield skin table.
yeah, if you're gonna do Snoopy, you might as well do Garfield as well.
But I'd rather not. I'd rather them start sticking to some of these Williams classics and even some of the bigger properties.
Yeah, I would love to see a Chucky skin, man.
You seen that one dude? He did have a Dinosaur Dynasty, and he skinned it Jurassic Park. Did you see
Sure
that
did.
dude?
With a couple of stickers, man. Just used a couple of stickers. Didn't even have to do much. It worked.
He'll have his Jurassic Park table soon on there.
Yeah,
it did work. It did work. That's the
it
thing.
worked.
If they don't make one, it works. That's what I said. It's not a bad option for people who don't want to pay the extra entry fee for the one we got. Because it is a little cheaper, ain't it?
Nah, it's the same, man.
It's the same price.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cheaper. It was cheaper before, wasn't it?
Before, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the exact same price now, man. They're all the same.
That's crazy. Well, I should have got in if you wanted them before on the pre-orders, but you see, we're dealing with that beta tester early entry problems. Pause.
Yeah, we're dealing with the headaches right now, while everybody else sits there and laughs and feels like, yeah, I got out. I don't know, I didn't jump in, I didn't pre-order. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I got it cheaper though, man, than you'll ever get it. So
yeah, but you know what? I've told you this. My honest feelings are most of the people who talk down, like they don't own one of these. They couldn't own one. They probably, their wife would kill them if they tried spending $2,000 on something like this. So most of them, bro, it's the same way you got keyboard warriors and people playing keyboard karate, online. Like, people are super tough online and all that. It's just the same shit, man. You got a loud majority of people who probably could never even buy one of these things, and they got a lot of bad things to say about it because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So real quick, guys, if you're looking for a home on Discord, man, you want to join out a good group of people where me and half a dozen met, man, as well as several other people. Awesome community, Arcades Anonymous Discord, man. Hit it up, join it up. Interact with a bunch of awesome people, man, and get hooked up on different shows, different YouTube channels as well, and be in the know and what's going on with the home arcade community as well, man. It's one of the best Discords out there in the home arcade community, hands down.
Yeah. You can share your content there too.
Yeah, you can share your content there, man. Everybody's super nice to everybody, man. Nobody talks shit to anybody unless it's playful.
Yeah, unless you ask for it, and then we dish it out.
There you go. Anything else you want to add, man, before we kick it off, dude? Send these people off to their respective things they want to do.
Nah, just appreciate everybody coming back after our little break.
Yeah, man, a good crowd too, man. Around 30 people at a time and everything. Good stuff, man. I'm glad to see everybody here just hanging out with us, man. And I missed y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. But
talking video games with us, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Oh, and I got some more content coming out soon. As soon as it gets here, I ordered that new Ambernick clamshell emulation device. I don't know if you've seen it, half a dozen. You ever had a Game Boy Advanced SP?
Yeah, I've seen those.
All right, so yeah, I ordered one of those, man. Ambernick came out with one. That was one of my favorite style of handhelds, especially like the Game Boy Advanced SP. So I ordered one of those, man. I'm looking forward to doing like a review video on that stuff, man, and actually do some mods to it and stuff too, to try and share it with the community and everything. So also I earlier today I had some free time as soon as I got off work, I was able to do some more track mode videos for the 4KP. So I just finished my Star Trek Next Generation one. And I'm currently working on my Adams Family one. So if anybody's interested in getting some track mode videos, I'll do another short for each one of them and share it into my Google Drive. So you can just go down there, download it from my Google Drive, put it on a flash drive, put it in the back of your 4KP, and install those track modes. So
yeah, definitely get that Adams Family done, because I want to hook Unc up, because the one we got on this Attack from Mars looks fire.
Appreciate it, man. I had a lot of help from Rascal, making sure I get the aspect ratios right, and he also helped me find a good play video that came straight from Atgames. So anyway, man, I appreciate everybody coming. Make sure you subscribe to both my channel if you're new here and you enjoyed the live stream. You can't wait to see more content, man. Make sure you subscribe to my channel as well as Half a Dozen. Those who are on Half a Dozen stream, make sure you subscribe to both of our channels as well there. And we will see y'all next weekend, next Sunday, for another episode of Yo Retro. Anything else you want to say to them, man?
That's it. Come back next week, mother.
All right, guys. Love you guys. We'll see y'all next week's Yo
Retro. Yo.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Yo.